Why does this guy have 2 briefcases full of smartphones in his trunk? No, this isn't a shady Craigslist deal or some undercover operation with the police. This is Randy, and he works for RootMetrics. Based in Washington State, RootMetrics sends scouts all around the country to test the coverage of the 4 major carriers. In addition to measuring download and upload data speeds, it tests calling and texting performance. Its reports are also cited by carriers themselves, usually when the results are favorable, of course. They swung by CNET and took us on a ride-along.
You usually do testing on the street too, where?
Well, our scouters go all over the country. So we have 125 metro markets that we test twice a year.
When you talk to friends, do they ever ask you, what's the best network? What network should I get?
Absolutely, all of the time. We kind of look at it from a sort of nation to neighborhood perspective. So we're measuring the country, all 50 states, but also we're looking at different aspects of mobile networks. So it depends on how you use your phone.
So consistently, would you recommend a network? Like if someone said just flat out, I'm in San Francisco, what should I get?
Well, I'd point them to our latest Root Score report for San Francisco, where Verizon won our overall rank.
Nationwide, Verizon scored the best in overall performance in the latest round of testing. It also led in network reliability, speed, data, and call performance. But don't feel too bad if you're using the other carriers. AT&T often comes in as a close second in the same categories. And while T-Mobile doesn't usually win on a national or statewide scale, RootMetrics says it does notably well in densely populated metro areas. As for Sprint, it's 3rd in overall performance, and it's making significant headway for its LTE coverage. But given all these numbers and stats, what carriers do the people at RootMetrics actually use?
Verizon.
Nice.
I use AT&T.
So how are these tests conducted? In general, a scout heads to one of the predetermined locations set on a GPS and uses phones that work best with each carrier. Randy here is carrying a Galaxy S6 Edge for Verizon, a Galaxy Note 5 for AT&T and T-Mobile, and a Galaxy S6 for Sprint. To test the networks at this local grocery, Randy leaves one set running in the van parked outside. He then goes inside with another set. All phones are making calls, sending texts, and measuring download and upload rates. The data is then beamed back to their servers in Washington where the numbers are crunched. We were curious to see what networks had the fastest data speeds in our own building. I assumed Verizon was going to be the leader, but it only scored the fastest upload speed. For the fastest download speeds, however, T-Mobile dominated the competition. Of course, our office is just one location, and tests were conducted at a single random point in the day. The best network for our building, city, or even state isn't going to be the same for another. Knowing what network to choose is difficult, especially when you consider pricing and family plans and data buckets and throttling. But when it comes to performance, it's nice to know there's a third party out there that's doing the dirty work.